Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great Friday morning. Yahoo for those of you that are looking forward to the weekend. Guys, today's topic came up because it seems like a lot of health professionals might be dealing with this same, I don't know if you want to call it an issue or not, but it seems like other health professionals are also dealing with this issue, and it could be, and the title of the topic is it takes patience to lose weight. I've noticed that other weight loss coaches have been talking about their clients and how they just don't understand that there's actually a lot of factors involved when it comes to losing belly fat or body fat or hip fat. Especially for those out there that are have been overweight for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years, and especially those who are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds overweight. I think what we need to do, and this includes me too, but I do this most of the time. I think what we need to do is we need to be more upfront with our potential clients when we're doing our free consultation. And after we've gathered their information on any medical issues that they're going through because of their being overweight, or um, if they're taking a lot of different medications, especially for those of you that are type 2 diabetics and you've been on diabetic medication for 3, 5, 6, 9 to 10, 12 years. And when I both have worked with many diabetics that have been on medication for a lot of years. And we've worked with some that also have been on the metformin and insulin at the same time. And so I think what us health coaches need to do is we kind of need to stress a little more at the very beginning of our consultation with our clients and explain to them that you have to understand that there's a lot of factors involved um, when it comes to losing that weight. And some of the factors I think we need to cover. And hopefully during the consultation, that we will be able to get the full story from our potential clients on what medical issues they're going through, or how many, or what types of medication they're going through, because those are some of the factors that could make things slower. And so, what we need to explain to them is that education is very, very important when it comes to the biochemistry of the body or how the body works when you're trying to change it from being overweight, or if you're insulin resistant and you've got certain factors that you're dealing with that may take time. And so if you're looking for a quick fix to coming to losing weight, and some of these factors are involved, then you're not going to find it. There is no way. There is no quick fix, guys. There's no quick pill. You can do all the exercising you want because you heard someone say that you need to lower your calories and you need to do an hour and a half of cardio per day, 5, 6, 7 days a week, and that's just not true. That's actually going to cause a that's going to cause your stress hormone cortisol to get jacked up, and that's going to cause, because of the cortisol being jacked up, it's going to cause insulin resistance, or an insulin spike, which is going to delay your weight loss. So we need to be better at explaining to our clients at the very beginning that there are certain factors that involve. And I think one of the most important factors, and I talk about this all the time, those of you that follow me know that, and I have to drill it all the time because people tend to not think about it, even though they've heard me say it many, many times. I don't know if it's just not computing or what, but obviously hormones plays a huge part in weight loss. And so when your hormones, especially you women that are going through pre-menopause, menopause, or maybe just at the tail end of your menopause, you guys, your hormones are jacked up. And it just takes time. And most of the time I found that jacked up hormones are food driven. And so when you've changed what types of foods you're eating, and you're combining it with the time you eat or time restriction, then it starts to help the hormones. But it's like anything else; it just doesn't happen overnight. What if your hormones have been jacked up for 5, 6, 7, 8 years? So you've had jacked up hormones for 8 years. What makes you think that you can balance those hormones out in 1, 2, or 3, or 4 months? You got to think about that. You got to, and for those of us that understand the physiology of the body or the biochemistry of the cells at the cellular level, you guys know that not all things. Good things happen long term. And so you guys know that it takes time to reverse a lot of these factors. So, so hormone actually is probably the number one factor. And most of the time, I think that us health coaches, we need to ask our potential clients, the last time they had a hormone panel done. I don't mean a cheapo panel that your MD asked you to do. I mean a real hormone panel that a bioidentical hormone specialist will always ask you to get. And because they're going to actually look for your certain hormones like testosterone, your thyroid, T3, T4, your thyroid, your vitamin B, your Ds, your progesterone, for women. And men, this applies to you guys too, because most of you men out there that are over 40, I almost can guarantee you guys, if you went down to a bioidentical hormone specialist and you got a blood panel, I bet you that most of you are probably, your testosterone levels are probably around, 400 or less. And if you're going to a certified bioidentical hormone specialist who knows what they're doing, they're going to tell you the truth. Men and women. Women, your testosterone levels are probably tanked too. And they're going to tell you you're too low. But the difference between a bioidentical hormone specialist and your normal family doctor or an MD is most of the time the family doctor or the MD is going to read your hormone panel and tell you, oh, your testosterone level is normal for your age. You know what my testosterone level was when I got checked the first time? 286. And I was told the same thing. But when I went to a bioidentical hormone specialist, she looked at that and she says, you're way too low. And I told her what my doctor said. And she says, why in the world would you want to have a testosterone level of a 64-year-old or a 65-year-old, I think that was my age. Wouldn't you rather have a testosterone level of a 18-year-old or a 20-year-old? And I thought about that for a minute, and I thought, well, absolutely. And so that's where Emily and I are now. But how long did it take me to get my hormones balanced? I bet you it took Emily close to 3 years to get them completely balanced now, where they are consistently at a very, very healthy level. And I bet you it took me 2 years to get mine consistently at a healthy level. And because Emily and I were very focused on our health, our overall health, we are very consistent on our meal plan. and our time restricted eating, because we researched the science behind all this a few years ago and realized that science is there's so much science on that and how it's able to help restore balanced hormones, but it takes time. So obviously you need to focus on that, and I think as health coaches we need to try to tell our potential clients at the very beginning of the consultation that they need to fully realize that the 60-day course you purchased or the 90-day course you purchased is only the platform for for you to be able to lose that belly fat and body fat, and for you to be able to keep it off long term. So that's the key. You want to keep it off the rest of your life. Okay, so number one factor could be your hormones are tanked. Now the other thing is most people I found that a lot of people don't realize who are overweight, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds. Nobody's ever told them that they were insulin resistant, or even what is insulin resistance. They didn't know that. And because of them being overweight, I have found that even somebody who's 10 or 15 pounds overweight and they've carried that weight for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, they have some kind of level of a fatty liver. And you have to understand that you have to reverse your fatty liver before you can even think about losing weight. Now, the good news is a fatty liver can be reversed very quickly, and you will produce a fat burning, I don't know if you want to call it molecule, but it's called ketones. When your body is strictly burning fat, and I'm talking about your own stored fat, it's producing ketones, and that's how you know you're actually burning fat. So you have to understand that you have to know how to reverse insulin resistance. Now, those of you that are type 2 diabetic, you're insulin resistant. That's the bottom line. And so when you work on lowering or reversing insulin resistance by the types of foods you're eating and time-restricted eating combined with that, then you're not only going to reverse your insulin resistance, but most likely you have a fatty liver. And you're going to start reversing that also. And that's going to put you into a fat burning mode. So there's a very, very strong factor is your insulin resistance. You got to reverse that, and you're a fatty liver. You got to reverse that, and you've had both of these for years, decades, could be even a decade or so. So because you've had them for so long, what makes you think that you can start losing weight consistently overnight? You know, you might lose a few pounds, maybe 10 pounds. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds that you've added over the years, and that is not where your body is healthy. Your body is healthy at a certain weight. So that's a very important factor you need to consider. So how about the root cause of why most of you have or are overweight, or why most of you are having a hard time losing that belly fat or body fat, or why you have type 2 diabetes? How about the root cause, which is probably the type of foods you're eating and when you're eating them and how often you're eating? That's going to elevate a hormone. We're right back to number one, hormone. The type of food you're eating could be elevating the hormone that is designed to add fat to your body and is designed to decrease your hormones that are known to help burn fat. Because if you're eating these foods, which are starchy, processed carbohydrates, every day, multiple times a day, you're never going to get into fat burning. And that's because your insulin is spiked all the time. So it's not letting your body have a chance to actually dip into its own fat to burn as its primary energy to produce ketones and to burn off that belly fat. And what goes along with that is, of course, you're not dipping into your own stored fat and you're not burning it because you're a carboholic, and you've been eating carbs will actually kick you out of fat burning. So you have to understand how important foods are to your journey if you're looking to lose belly fat or body fat. The other factor involved that people seem to forget about is body set weight. Now, some of you have seen my videos. You can go to Bill Mabry at Bill Mabry, or you can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, and I have a video in there titled Body Set Weight. So you have to understand what body set weight actually means. And really, I think it was WebMed, a scientific site, actually has a definition for it. And there's actually some research about a body set weight. And those doctors out there or researchers that are working with obesity patients or type 2 diabetic patients, they do talk about the body set weight and how the body set weight plays a big part in how quickly or how slowly you lose weight. Let me give you a quick example. And this is another factor. So the many factors why weight loss may be slowing you down is all these different factors. Now there's more, but the body set weight is one that's not discussed that often. So let me give you an example. Okay, I got myself up to about 255 pounds, and I'm only 5'7". I did this all in 3 years. I was under a lot of stress. I had some life issues that were going on, and so I went off my healthy program due to stress, I started eating the standard American diet, which is high carbohydrate processed foods, and not really seeing what I was doing to myself. Although my family members saw how I was actually causing or looking obese. It wasn't until a friend of mine, when I was out surfing, actually spoke up and said something about it. But anyway, and so what happened was, I'm only 5'7", so I'm sure some of you saw some pictures of it. But my body set weight was sitting at 255, between 245 and probably 255 for at least 2 years. And when I had somebody speak up and actually tell me the truth, and then of course I did contract some serious medical issues because of my overweight, I decided to go on my program, and I actually started with this program here by accident because I knew about this, decades ago, and both of us did. And I remember that back in those old days, this seemed to work best for me. And so I did it. But my body set weight, guys, was at 245 for a long time. And this is a major factor that you need to understand. And so what happened is that I started losing weight, and the first 3, 4, 5, 6 pounds is going to be water. That's just the way it is. You got to get down to about 8, 9, 10, 12 pounds. And even then, it's just a few pounds of fat coming off. Well, guess what my body set weight was? It was not happy. My body set weight has been at 245 or 255 for a long time. So it didn't want to drop. So what did it do? It tried to sabotage what I was doing. It actually activated hormones that are designed to increase appetite, hormones that are designed to give you the cravings for carbohydrates and sugars. And that's devastating. That is really, really hard to try to break through. And so I think as a health coach, when we're talking to our clients, I think this is a topic where we need to tell them the factors that they're going to run into when they're trying to lose the weight, especially when it's coming to your body set weight. Now, you've got to power through that, and eventually your body set weight will reset itself down to whatever. And you're going to probably go through the body set weight issue multiple times, but it gets easier to break through it as your hormones start to balance more, and as you are educated on how to deal with those cravings by the types of foods you're eating, and even time restricting your time for your food or when your next meal is, helps to elevate the hormones that depress appetite. See, I'm always going back to hormones, so that's why it's number one. And so these are just probably a few of the factors that you're going to be dealing with, and that if you think that you're going to lose that belly fat or body fat in a short amount of time, then with that kind of an attitude, you're most likely going to fail. So you might as well just understand that. But if you actually look at these factors and understand that, okay, I'm going to have patience, and that it's going to take work. It's actually going to take work, and you're going to have to do the work. Now, us coaches, we're giving you the tools to be able to blow by some of these factors or be able to deal with some of the cravings you're getting. We've got different tools that we can introduce you to that will help you break through them. But you got to know that these factors are involved, and it takes time for your body to adjust to your new lifestyle. And one thing you need to fully remember is that understanding what fat adaptation means and keto adapted means, because that's another factor you need to fully understand. And I actually wrote books about these called Fat Adaptation and Keto Adapted, and the book is in Amazon.com books. Just type in Bill Mabry and you can purchase that book that explains what fat adaptation and keto adapted is. But your body, guys, your body just does not switch over to burning fat automatically. You've been a carboholic, you've been eating multiple carbs per meal per day for 7 days a week for years, and now you're going to change over to a fat burning meal plan, and you think your body's going to like that? Nope, it's not going to like it. And so then all these different factors are coming in, but as a coach, and our courses are designed to give you the tools to be able to confront these different factors. Okay? So guys, when you're looking to legitimately lose that weight or that belly fat, or if you're looking to legitimately reverse your type 2 diabetes, you need to really understand that it will take longer than 60, 90 to 120 days. You need to set a goal to 6 months to a year to 2 years, whatever you want, but it's got to be longer than 6 months because all these factors need to take time. The fatty liver needs to take time to reverse. The insulin resistance needs to take time to reverse. And your body set weight, you're going to be dealing with that periodically through your journey, and you need to understand that you got to reset your body set weight each and every time it decides to shut the metabolism down. You have to have the right tools and education to be able to get through that body set weight and then reset your body set weight to even get lower, which can be done, which will be done. But you got to have patience, guys, and hopefully your coach has got the right meal plan and he's combining it with restrictive eating, or the time you eat. Okay, guys, so you guys can go to my Fat Loss Made Easy Facebook group page, join it. I got a free ebook there about the mistakes beginners make when trying to lose weight. I also have a free book there for those of you that have type 2 diabetes, on what you need to get started to help lower that blood sugar. I also have some of my fat burning meals in there, some of my favorite ones also. And guys, like I said, guys, a course or a package, a weight loss course or a weight loss package that is set up for 60 days or 90 days, that is your time period that's your platform. During that time, that's when you should be educated about the different hormones that helps to actually burn fat, and then the hormones that are causing you to gain weight. And you need to be educated on those hormones before you could even think about losing weight. And also, certain exercises, certain workout exercises will help you burn fat more than others. Now, a lot of people I notice make the mistake of overtraining, and by overtraining, thinking they need to do, they think more is better, especially when it comes to smaller muscles, will cause your stress hormone to elevate, and that will actually kick you out of fat burning for a longer period of time. Now, you are going to have your cortisol is going to go up when you're training, and that's okay. But if you're fat adapted, what's cool about being completely fat adapted is not only are you can raise your insulin level because of your stress levels higher, but your body is also going to still dip into its own stored body fat as well. So you're double dipping. So you're able to burn fat even though your insulin may be higher than you really want it. But that's only when you become fat adapted. Okay, guys? So guys, I hope you saw some value in this. And be patient and be consistent. Patient, consistently. And you know what? I think the biggest thing is you have to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't make excuses. Most likely it's not going to be the diet you're doing that's the reason why you fail. Most likely you cause yourself to fail. Okay? See you guys at the next video. Have a great day.